What's going on YouTube? It's your boy Blue here with the first edition of Real Reviews. I'm going to do one on 2K17. I promised you guys a review, and here it is. And disclaimer, if you are a 2K fanboy and you don't want to know the real truth about 2K, do not look at this video. So let's get started. Alright, the first thing I want to say is I want to get the rating out of the way. I gave this game a 6.5. Again, I gave this game a 6.5 because a lot of reasons. I feel like it's the same old hashed out 2K that we've seen many times before, and they haven't fixed them. But let me give you my thoughts on it. And first off, we're going to go into the good stuff, which in the good, they've always had realistic animations. They have great transitional animations. They have good offensive core options like different types of passing and directional dunks with the left, right hand, two hands, layups as well. Different kind of shots you can create. And I love the play motion that they show. Like when the players get fouls on the court, when they get pissed off from a steal or something like that. And the jump shot creator is a nice editor for people that want to just create their own jump shots. You can mix in different shots that you like. Those are the good things that I've seen with this 2K. It's not that many good things because it's the same old hashed out game. So a lot of things I didn't like about it, which was it was very underwhelming. They market this game a lot, and it's just crazy how they market this game and they sell their customers lies, and they haven't even shown us all the stuff that they said they had in the game, such as this My Park After Dark. Where is that at? That hasn't even been shown to us. They still haven't fixed important gameplay issues that have plagued the game for years, like all these glitches and like AI issues, stuff like that. They still haven't fixed any of this stuff, but we're gonna go into that soon. Next thing I saw, they ripped a lot of things from NBA Live, such as the game speed, but they took that out with the day one patch. They stole a song off of NBA Live. The Pro-Am elements, that whole design, the screen design, when you choose the type of player you want, that's straight from NBA Live. The big moments in my team, NBA Live had big moments. They had just a segment, well, a mode on big moments. And the 3D shoe scanning, I'm not really gonna pick on that too much because they kind of needed it. In the demo release style, they did the same thing. I know people said they did a demo release with another 2K, but why would they do it right after Live did the same thing? It's just weird to me. And the next thing we're going to go into is the player faces. A lot of the player faces look cartoonish. Is like they don't have any emotions in their faces. It's just they don't have any animations in their faces. They don't have too many animations in their faces. It just looks weird. And the player models are just horribly skinny. I don't know why they made these models so skinny. It's just the bodies just look unnatural. Doesn't look real at all to me. The ball physics denying gravity. I know when you shoot a ball, it'll roll right off the rim and then mysteriously go right back in the net. It's weird. A lot of balls will go straight up in the air and hit the rim and then go straight in, even though the shot was just horrible and ugly looking. And a lot of baskets go in and then they just mysteriously roll out. Like if you know physics, you would see how the ball doesn't supposed to act that way. In my park, they still have the dreadful park cards and stuff. And there's one thing that I kind of had to touch upon. When you're in the park, they still don't have they still don't have cloth physics. Why they don't have cloth physics for your clothes in the park? We have a next gen game. It looks like we're still playing PS2 stuff. We need those cloth physics in every mode, not just playing on the court. So the players still don't execute simple plays properly. They do too much help defense. Way too much help defense. I don't need you to double team my players and leaving good shooters open all the time, and it happens constantly. It doesn't make a good fun basketball experience. The face scan app was just horrible. Trash. I did a video on that, and the only way you can get a decent face scan is if you step outside and do it, and even then the face scan app is still bad. So they still have to work on that. Another thing, the CPU picks are still way too overpowered. When a CPU player sets a pick, you're stuck on that guy for a long time. But when you set a pick or you call for a pick, they roll right off of it with flying colors. It's something that they have not fixed in years, and it just needs to be fixed ASAP. I don't know why they don't fix it, but at this point they probably won't. There's too many excessive animations, such as if you go for a rebound, if you get bumped by somebody, your player will do this horrible animation where he'll just stumble, and you can't jump up to try to get the rebound again. Where if you get a steal, your guy would just sit there and look funny and just sit on the ground and stuff. I'm like, why is he doing all that? If you get the ball stolen, get your butt back up and go for the ball again. It's just stupid stuff like that is just too much in a basketball game. It's way too much. The Superstar and Hall of Fame difficulties are very cheap. CPU is way too OP. They make every shot they put in, and your shots rarely go in. They rarely go in, and you rarely get a green release on shots. It's annoying. It's very annoying. Like when I want the difficulty to go up, I want the computer AI to be smarter. I don't want them to be overpowered. You know, it's just odd that a basketball game will have an overpowered CPU. Like, this is a fighting game. It's not a fighting game. It's a basketball game, and I want the CPU to be smarter, not necessarily Superman. Let's see. Another thing, that the passes are too slow. The passes float in the air. Why are passes floating in the air? And I experimented with different pass buttons and different types of passes, like running, standing still, fast break. The passes are super slow. I don't know why they pass like it's in slow motion like the Matrix. It's pretty odd. I don't know why. The CPU still picks passes way too easy too. The computer won't be looking, and he'll be facing another player, and he'll just stick his hand out like he knows what's going on in the back of in the back of his head. That's stupid to me. I don't understand that at all. He'll just be guarding somebody in the paint, and he'll just stick his hand out when you pass the ball to somebody that's near him. But he's not. You don't pass the ball to somebody that he's guarding. It's just somebody who's near him, and he'll just stick his hand out like he knows what's going on. That's just odd to me. It's very weird. Another thing is that the numerous glitches this game has for the past 5 years are still not fixed. And I'm not going to get into a whole bunch of them, but it's just too much to deal with. And it gets annoying at times. Like this timeout cheese in Pro-Am, and you can hit the timeout button and you can't even take your free throws right. Like, why is that? Like before the patch came out, the park was all glitched out. Like people I think people still have box faces, and like your shot meter was glitchy. You couldn't really make any good shots because the shot meter was glitchy. It was just odd. I'm like, what in the world is going on with this game, and why would they even let this game get shipped out to the public if it still has all these nagging issues? But in closing, I feel like 2K and Visual Concepts aren't just going to fix their games. Most of their games that 2K publishes are very, 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 very glitchy, and they don't fix it. And I want people to see that they need to change. A lot of 2K fanboys or people that play 2K, they just don't see it. And yes, I have switched games and I play NBA Live, but we have to see what's going on for real. And the game is just not up to par. It doesn't look real. The only thing that looks real is that it runs in 60 frames per second and the animations look real. The models that are doing the animations don't look real. The way they talk and stuff like that doesn't look real. They need to fix this stuff. It doesn't look all that realistic. It looks like I'm watching a cartoon. It really does. You have to look at what this game is, and it's an unfinished product that they keep releasing, and people are going to keep buying it because it's ultimately in gameplay terms a little bit better than Live, and people are going to cater to that. They're going to cater to it, and that's just how it is right now until Live steps their game up. And NBA Live isn't a bad game, but people are still on that 2K bandwagon, and they're going to keep doing it until they see what's really going on. That's it for the real review. Please share, like, subscribe, and that's all I got for you today. Peace.